Hey, what's up everyone? I just wanted to talk a little bit. First, I'd like to say happy Saturday to everyone. But I just want to talk a little bit about a few things that happened throughout last night. We left last night to go get my daddy from work, and I noticed we decided to stop, and we knew he'd be hungry, so we decided to stop and get him a pizza. So we stopped at the Papa John's because that was the only place that was open at that moment. And when we stopped there, I noticed as I was getting out of the truck to go to the building, some kind of a black, dark figure was hopping along the ground like an imp or some kind of a supernatural being. It was a black, dark being with a tail, and it looked like about the size of a large rat, but it was kind of moving back and forth from the sidewalk to the truck, and then it was hopping and then jumped up into the truck, the back of it, up underneath the truck bed. And I told Mama about it, and she revved the truck and moved forward. It was like a giant rat, but it was black, kind of like an imp. And I don't know what it was, but I seen it. And then we never seen anything. We didn't see it. It was one of those things. It must have been one of those supernatural beings, and I must have been able to witness it. It's weird how that happens. Last time back in, late last year, we were in Papa John's, and I witnessed skinwalkers. So, a skinwalker. But the thing is, later, as we were driving off, I witnessed a horse, or like a miniature pony or horse. It was white, and it was galloping right for us, and it looked like it was either a large dog or a small horse, and it disappeared as it was going toward the truck. It was running straight for us, and then it just vanished. My mama had a similar experience to that a long time ago, many years while driving down the road. She said a horse was coming right for her truck, and it was toward her car, and it was galloping right for her, and then it vanished. Disappeared completely. And there was an occurrence a long time ago. My mama didn't even really believe in anything like that as far as UFOs and interdimensional alien being activities. It sounded absurd. She really didn't think anything about that until I was born and witnessed all of these things, and then it started taking place around them. The spirit activity and all of that started amplifying around my parents. And I was going through that darkness and depression yesterday again, by the way. It was awful. Everything felt meaningless again, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's like, what am I going to do in life? It'll be a nonstop job and work, and then it's like people just work till they die, and it's very depressing. But I don't want to talk about that for this video. I'm feeling slightly better, and I want to keep it that way. But here's the thing. She witnessed this craft a long time ago, this thing with several colored lights just sitting there. And she said she got creeped out because she got the feeling that it was watching her and observing her and knew exactly what she was going to do. So she just drove off, kept driving, just drove on off, and it was over the hill watching her in the sky, just stationary. And then it just disappeared. And that was before I was born. So that was before 1994. That happened many years ago. But that was the only other encounter situation she'd had before I was ever born. So that's some of the things that have happened. I have felt pretty bad lately, but I wanted to share this individual. I don't know if this is I'll share that in another video. I'll go ahead and share that in another video. Sorry, just had to kill a mosquito. But, well, I thought I killed it. Anyway, hold on. I do not like mosquitoes. Sorry about that. Sorry. They're all over the place right now. But anyway, back to this topic. I've got a bruise on me. Due to the location, I can't show exactly where, but I do have this bruise that appeared on me. And I woke up with it, along with this cut above my knee that looked like just like marks, like, I'll show you like this. Like that. Like laser dots above my knee, my right knee. So I woke up with those marks. And I was having a strange dream about this programming and this mind programming thing. And then there were these people that didn't believe anything, and I don't know, it's like they had to respect them, and it was a mind control situation. I did dream that, but I dreamed that I was in this classroom type situation. And now I've got these scratches, these cuts all over me. Unexplained cuts and scratches that are all over my legs. Some places I can't show, but the other on the larger part of the upper leg, and then right above the right knee. And this is right, let's see, this is actually right above the left leg. Right on the very top of my left leg, near the groin. But I don't know why, but I woke up with these bruises. Just like that. Like someone had experimented or done something to me. There were these bruises all over there. And it was quite strange. Something I'm very frustrated about, the county or the state. This is a beloved pine tree. The people that used to live here planted that pine tree and the other two on the other side of our driveway. They planted them 40 to 50 years ago. And I loved that tree. I would go up under that pine tree when it rained. If it was raining, I could stay out of the rain by going up under it. And my previous beloved cat, he loved to go over there. I always spent time with my cats there. And now the county and state or whatever killed it. They kept spraying it and cutting limbs off of it because they claimed it was interfering with the electrical wires. And it wasn't. They found out it was something else, but they wouldn't tell. But they were cutting our trees back, and then they kept cutting the pine trees, and now it's just leaning, and we really need to cut it because I'm afraid it'll fall. I'm afraid it will actually fall on the house, but or on the barn across the road, or someone else's vehicle or something. I don't want that to happen. But just look at that. They killed it. I could just kick whoever, the people in charge that purposely killed our beautiful pine tree. The other two pine trees are on the other side. I loved those pine trees. I absolutely loved those pine trees. And I hated that they killed them. They just started cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and spraying it until they absolutely killed it. And it looks like they left that limb just kind of hanging on there, but they just cut it and cut it till it's dead. And that ticked me off. This was Red hanging out with Cookie. They're very close. Cookie and the dogs. But yeah, it really frustrates me what they did to the pine tree. Especially, they killed this one. They killed all of our other smaller pine trees, and then they killed these, or this one, I mean. And they tried to kill our pear trees. They wanted to cut those down, the Bradford pears altogether, but they said, fine, we'll cut it halfway. And the other pine trees we have on the other side of the house, they decided, we're going to cut half of it and let it lean toward the neighbor's property. Idiots, basically. What I really fear for is those trees right there. Those are the ones that I fear. There are, and we can't afford to have them cut right now, but the people that own this, the people that, made this property, and the people that owned it previously, they topped the trees instead of cutting them down, and then the limbs grew way up there, and they're very heavy limbs hovering over the roof of the house. And that's not good. I mean, those limbs are huge. And when they fall, they make a loud noise. And they're hovering right over the house. And I wish we could afford to have them cut because that's not good. But as far as the pine trees, they killed the pines. I hate that, but they killed the pines. Well, they killed that one pine tree. They'll probably work on the other two to kill them. But we can't afford to have all that done right now. There's so much that needs doing, but we can't afford to do all of it right now. Life can be crazy, but I really hate it that they killed them. But yeah, there was a strange situation in the Pilot Travel Center. I'll share that in a moment. But there were a couple of things that happened of some paranormal entities, some beings that I witnessed early this morning. The first one happened around 12:34 a.m., and the second one happened around 1 a.m. while driving down the road. So, give your thoughts, peace, and much love. My link's below if you'd like to help support and help us out. It would just mean this. It would mean the world. I thank you all so much. I love you all, and I'll speak with all of you again very soon, Lord willing. This is Spaced Out Productions, signing out.